Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for many of you's favorite segment, Emma's training vlog. And we started off the day with a close grip bench PR. She got 140, which again, her normal bench, we missed a PR 2.5 pounds lighter than this last week. And she ended up grinding through and getting a close grip here. All right, she got that close grip. So solid work because that is her best bench on any bench variation. And it just happened to be close grip. So fantastic. At least we know her triceps are strong right now. But again, I get some weird comments in here. Sometimes I'm just going to address this again. I don't know where people get these ideas. Emma is a client. Her husband is a client. I coach both of them. Very, very long term. These are long term clients. So, again, some of the weird comments I get. She's married, and she's married to one of my other clients. This is a client, not any sort of romantic interest. But over to the training. Afterwards, we did some close grip benching there, close or medium grip. All right, we're not doing real wide grip at the moment with some of that. Again, I want to save her shoulders. We did chin ups. And I may not have got the footage for the chin-ups from this workout, but we got them for the second upper body. And I believe she did her best set this week was 8 bodyweight chin-ups. 8 was her best set. So again, she's 140 at around 5'6". So 140-pound woman doing 8 chin-ups. You can't hate on that. It's solid work. So we did 3 sets of pause benching here. We did 3 sets of bodyweight chins, 3 sets of incline dumbbell, and then 3 sets of one-arm dumbbell rows. And this is her accessory work. So, for those curious, we're getting a lot of different angles here, right? Because we have flat benching with the bar, we have incline with the dumbbells, so chest, delts, triceps, everything being worked. We have chin-ups, so again, biceps, lats. One-arm dumbbell rows works lats, arms, the entire upper back. So pretty much complete upper body workout. Complete upper body workout. And again, you'll get people who might argue that, but you're flat wrong. You're flat wrong. This will hypertrophy every single muscle of the upper body between these 4 supplemental lifts. All right, and every muscle got at least its minimum effective volume. So again, supplemental work doesn't need to be that serious. And again, people seem to lose track of what's necessary, for most people to see really, really solid hypertrophy. Not always maximum hypertrophy, but we want to see really good. I push maximum hypertrophy because I have the recovery to get away with it and other factors in place. Deadlifts, she went for 285 against 45 pounds of bands on the sumo. She missed the lockout. Missed the lockout, which, again, unfortunate because that would have been definitely a lockout PR because those bands are kicking in pretty much most of the tension around midway. All right, so 285 plus 45 pounds of bands means we're at 330 for the entire top half of the movement. She did note that her supplemental work was extremely difficult after missing that deadlift. And I did have to tell her, well, that's normal. You fail the deadlift, you're going to be fatigued. So she had said the good mornings were very, very difficult. So what is our supplemental work here? Sets of 10 on the cambered bar good mornings with a narrow stance. She does dumbbell split squats, and these are all for sets of 10, and then reverse hypers. So you guys will notice right now there's a really heavy focus on leg development. We're putting a lot of extra effort into her adductors and quads. That's where all the split squats are doing. And her legs are getting bigger. We're putting some muscle on there. Definitely seeing an improvement there. Her thighs are getting bigger. She is slow bulking. She's slow bulking, but again, when we say slow bulking, we're talking like half a pound a month. So literally trying to gain 1 pound every couple of months. And, for advanced women, that is an appropriate weight gain. For advanced men, a pound a month, maybe double that. That's pretty normal as far as what I recommend for bulks, right? It's pretty normal. So again, when we talk about bulking, people have some bizarre ideas about what they think bulking is. Well, bulking, it just means gaining weight. It means a calorie surplus. The rate that you gain is really dependent upon what's going on with everything in your life, your goals, how much fat you're willing to accrue. So in her case, it's going to be mostly muscle. We're shooting for, with my advanced lifters, something like 50-50. Gain an equal amount of muscle and fat, and then they can always diet down and trim away a little bit of body fat later. And that works really well for your advanced lifters. We don't always want to do 30 and 40 pound bulks. You skinny kids, some of you need to do 30, 40, 50 pound bulks. But I don't mean you always need to do it in 1 year. It just needs to be long term. All right, afterwards she did, again, very high rep reverse hypers. And we do these for a lot of reps, a lot of volume. Again, this is our active recovery for her. And it's our real volume work because everything else is tens. So I keep those really high. Then she did speed bench with bands. And again, notice our weight is really light. A lot of times people with the speed benching or speed work in general, they want to go too heavy. And I used to do that. I used to prescribe it that way. And all I find is that it just beats lifters up, impedes recovery, and we don't even get all the benefits we would want. It's always better to go really light. And all her percentages for that are up there. It's all done as percentages of max, as you guys can see it on that sheet at the start. If you were to zoom in on it, you can see what all the numbers are. But it's quite light. Then she does benching afterwards. We do chin-ups, and we did get a set of the chin-ups here. And she may have sent one up for the first block. I just think I failed to download it. So again, her chin-ups are full range of motion. Right, they are full range of motion. She does them from a dead hang at the bottom. Right, and she has to cheat a little bit near the end at the top. But I think that's forgivable. When you have a woman who can do 8 chins, if she needs to swing her legs a little bit to get to the top on the last couple reps, again, not a big deal, especially because she's doing them from a dead hang. Dumbbells for the incline, I think she's up to using 40s. She might even be heavier. I know she's using at least 40s now. So front delts are getting real strong. They're getting real strong. Because this is, again, a chest and a front delt and a tricep exercise. But again, higher incline work like that tends to be very front delt dominant. Arguably one of the best front delt exercises you can do. Some coaches feel that incline work is better than overhead press for interior delts. It's a point of contention. I'm somewhat inclined to agree, but I think overhead work gives a little bit more total shoulder development. But if we're going to do a bunch of rows, it's probably not as important. Speed squats. This wave we did safety bar box squats. For the speed pulls, I've got her over to doubles right now instead of singles. And we are doing conventional for this wave. So you guys will notice we rotate all these things. We rotate them in waves. And that's the other funny thing that came up. I've literally got people accusing me of abandoning conjugate. They're like, oh, you just 180, you've completely abandoned conjugate. But then I have clients doing this. So it's really a bizarre criticism, isn't it? It really is. Because then you watch Emma doing this. And she is not the only person I have doing speed work with bands on a 4-day MEDE template. So again, no idea where this criticism comes from. No matter what I'm doing with my training, I still run pretty consistent programming and only a handful of different styles for my clients. I really do. All right, we don't overly complicate it. And then her supplemental work is the same. People ask that too. They're like, for a lot of your lifters, do you change the accessory work on ME and DE days? No, not always. Some of them I do, but unless I have a specific reason I need the variation inside the week, right? Unless I specifically need it, if they're good variations for their weak links, why can't you do them on both days? I don't see the problem, right? She's been doing it this way a long time. She's real strong for a drug-free woman, real strong. Certainly not impeding her progress, is it? And then she finishes up with reverse hypers. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.